Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today's matchup features a very good defense. The Chargers are top 10 in fewest points allowed, and they'll be up against the Raiders' offense that wants to hang a big number on them.
Larry, football is back in Los Angeles as we welcome you inside the StubHub Center in Carson, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Los Angeles Chargers. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown. A big play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Second down now after the incompletion.
Here we go now. Green 39. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Hurry up. Here we go. Detroit. Detroit.
And some room to work. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense.
Now let's go. All right, now look at 56. All right, now look at 56. Look at Detroit. Detroit.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Check 4, check 4. All right,
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. A swing pass caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Melvin Gordon. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things off.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, what a move. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. A big play there off the option. 51 yards on the ground. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Play clock winding down. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
2nd down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. And the wideout in motion. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He finds an opening past the 40. Touchdown! A great effort there. 75 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. There he goes left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
The Chargers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Chargers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll drop the throw. And that is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Pulled in at the 24. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
All right, here we go. No. Check. Patriot. Watch it now, Barney.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And now here's a carry heading left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
Here we go now. Gun.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, LA! What a risk he took, but it paid off. I mean, he took that punt from inside the 5 near the goal line, ran it all the way back.
And normal coaching says you let that one go. Anytime you're inside the 10-yard line, you let it hit and hopefully bounce into the end zone. But as you mentioned, he took a risk, and boy, did it pay off in a big way. I wonder if they let up a little bit going downfield, thinking that there was no way he was going to return that one.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 5 yards on the pickup. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Marquette King now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. Thank you, LR. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the...
And he loses the football a second time. And the Raiders pick it up. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now it's 2nd and 7. They go play action. Now Mahomes looking for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Raiders. Now the point after try for Santos. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So out come the Chargers. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Halfback sent in motion. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Now he'll escape to his right. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And the back goes into motion. On the give, this is to the fullback. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
As diverse as the running game has become in the NFL, there's still a place for the fullback position. And on that play, he gained nice yardage.
Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. On the counter, here's Gordon. And he only manages a couple here, down to about the 38-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Here we go now.
Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now they'll run it on the toss. Finding room inside the 40. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. 54 yards on the ground. And here we go on first and goal.
Let's go. Boom, landing. Watch it now, Barney.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. And the play clock's running down. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Did your high school have that same push them back cheer?
I was a kicker.
Well, it certainly worked. Didn't matter whether we were kickers or not. That one worked, didn't it? They pushed him back at the last snap of the ball, and boy, they created a nice play for themselves. Would they lose 3 on that one?
Yeah, from the 1 back to the 4. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers getting set to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Green 39! Green 39!
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. They'll look to throw here on first down. Flushed out right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's taken down deep in their territory. A big play there for L.A. 48 yards.
Check! 319! 319! Leopard!
Halfback sent in motion. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and that'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They'll try the right side this time here with Gordon. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go now.
He'll drop to throw. Parker's got it. Touchdown, Chargers. Devontae Parker, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And the D looking like they may blitz. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's the Raiders with a lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Third down now following the completed pass. Time running out here on the play clock. Throwing now is Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary.
Let's go! Blue, Landon! Leopard! Leopard! No, check! Patriot! Patriot!
They go play action here on 1st down. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this down to the 8. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another 1st down as well.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Red zone opportunity. And he'll give it here to his running back. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game. So hold on here, not done in the 4th. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard at the 13-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Back to throw here. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
All right, here we go. Detroit!
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. Running right, it's a handoff to Gordon. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And now a first down following that long gain. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Detroit! Here we go now. Detroit! Check four.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And over the middle, this is Parker. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give them 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Detroit!
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills, and that's something that For guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills, but they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
And now here's a carry heading left. Big hold of the 30. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. 85 yards. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And the Chargers coming out on the field now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Set. Blue, Detroit. Hey, alert 3.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The Chargers on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10.
Set. Green, 39. Watch it now, Barney.
And he motions the wide receiver.
Leopard.
They're going to look to throw. buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they try the right side here. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game. They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, they're now a win away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the home team here, it's a loss that could wind up hurting a little as they fall now to 11-4. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night, everybody.